Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I want to say you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you're the real MVP, like I say. You're most definitely welcome. And like the topic for today's video said, I'm going to be giving a few tips that most of you who want to go into med school, or if you're considering pursuing the medical profession, pre-med is something that is very, very crucial and important in your path to becoming a doctor. So if you're currently in high school thinking of what to do next, or if you're considering wanting to go into med school, this is the video for you. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you from experience what the best pre-med is. So if this is a video that you would love, definitely keep watching. So guys, welcome back. So in choosing a pre-med, what are the things you want to consider? So I have a little note here where I've noted a few things out of experience that you would consider when choosing a pre-med course. So number one here on my list is where you live. So where you live really matters a lot in the decision making for choosing a pre-med course, because trust me, if you're living with family, the advantages and disadvantages to it, you have all the support, and also where you live in terms of cost, in terms of how conducive it is for you in pursuing your career. Number two on my list is the duration of the course. So some pre-med course can take 4 years, can take 5 years, so you want to put that into consideration. I had my pre-med in BS Biological Sciences, and I had that for 2 years. I think probably in another video I might try to discuss in detail what my pre-med was about, but you really want to consider the duration. You want to consider the time. Am I willing to give this amount of time for my pre-med? Is it 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? So that is one thing you want to consider. The third on my list is you want to consider the tuition, right? You don't want to start a journey that you wouldn't finish. If it's a course that you can't afford, you want to be looking into options like how do I get a scholarship? What do I have to do, within this certain time to get the amount of money I need to finish this particular course? So I was a foreign student, so I didn't school in Nigeria, I schooled in the Philippines. So even apart from tuition, you are still looking into your upkeep, your allowance, money for food, for transport. You want to put this for your pre-med into consideration. So next on my list is whichever school you choose, you want to ask, what is the reputation of this school? And apart from that, you also want to consider, does this school offer medicine, right? So you want to put that into consideration. What's the reputation of this school? Are they top notch? Do they pass their board exams? The quality of pre-med graduates they produce, are they quality graduates? Are they knowledgeable graduates? So you want to put your research into that. Next on my list is, will the course help me get into medical school? So yeah, on this one, basically in Nigeria, it's just MBBS. So after high school, you get admitted into MBBS, which could be 6 to 7 years. But with the Philippines, you have 4 years of pre-med and then 4 years of med school. So that's about 8 years, depending on the pre-med you get, right? When I was a medical student in Philippines, it was a shocker for me that I had classmates who studied mass communication. In Nigeria, people who study that might not be allowed into med school because they are termed art courses, right? But for Philippines, I think they allow art students to even proceed into medical school. I am saying this from experience because I had classmates who studied mass communication. I even had a classmate who studied law coming into med school, so meaning they were admitted into the medical school with their other degrees. So but you also want to check out with your school the courses they offer. Will it give me an offer into the medical school? An important consideration to look into. Next on my list is, will I enjoy this course, right? So now pre-med can take you, like I said, when you take note of the duration, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, even 5 years maybe. So you have to think to yourself, will I really enjoy this course, or would it be a course that it will look like I'm frustrating myself, I can't wait for it to get over with, I'm done, yada yada yada? No, you want to do a course that you're happy with, that whenever it's time to study or you have topics to do, you're excited, you're just excited and enthusiastic. So you don't want to do a course that every day you're angry, you're mad, you're just upset, right? So it should be a course that you're happy with. Next on my list is, will this course prepare me for NMAT? So in the Philippines, after pre-med, there's a compulsory exam you must write to get into med school, which is the NMAT. Like I said in one of my previous videos, I can't remember which, NMAT is more like a Nigerian JAM exam, something like that. So it contains mathematics, biology, I think some physics questions, and all these questions to test your, I don't know the word for it, but where they give you different shapes, you have to tell the difference, and so many other things like that. So will this course prepare me for that exam, that NMAT exam? Because to be fair, you can go through your degree. If you fail the NMAT, you probably would not be accepted into medical school. Okay, next, which is actually one of my top and biggest things to consider. Now looking at it, going through pre-med and med school, it's something that I wish I had the opportunity to consider or do, but no regrets. Man proposes, God disposes, right? So, and that for me is, if I don't end up proceeding with med school, this my pre-med course or my pre-med degree, would I be able to work with it? When life now throws you lemons, like you're unable to proceed to medicine, would I be able to at least have a career in this pre-med course? Like for me, I did BS biology, like I said, but to be fair, the opportunities in Nigeria for somebody that graduated with that are so slim. I think either I'll be probably teaching in a school as a biology teacher, or probably working in some random lab. So I don't know, maybe the opportunity for a biological scientist in the US or other countries might be bigger, but I won't say I regretted doing this also, but yeah, I just feel like, for example, there is a doctor I know, she studied pharmacy for her first degree or a pre-med, and then studied medicine. So while waiting for all the medical licenses and everything, she did her pharmacy exam here in Nigeria, and I think she owns a pharmaceutical shop or store, right? Yeah, she's making money while waiting to pursue other medical careers. So, you know, I feel like the advantages to these things. So, but anyways, really consider it. Like, if life throws me anything and this is all I have, or this is all I've got, will I be able to pursue a career in this pre-med course? Lastly, is this my choice? Is this my choice? You really have to consider this. Okay, let me not generalize, but with most conversations I had with my Filipino classmates then, most of them, they keep on saying, oh, I did this course because my father wanted it, because my mother wanted it, because my grandma wanted this, yada yada yada. But you know, there are some life decisions you have to make for yourself. So really think about it and ask yourself, is this the choice that I want? Is this the pre-med that I want, right? So are you preparing to get into med school? Do you know someone that knows someone that is getting into med school and they are considering which pre-med to take? Tell me the things you're putting into consideration in the comment section below, so that others can also learn from you the things you're putting into consideration. Or if you're already done with your pre-med, leave down below in the comment section the things you thought about, the things you put into action to do your particular pre-med course, so that others can learn, and that would be very lovely. And lastly, on this video, like I said, I'm going to tell you the best pre-med course to take out of experience. So out of experience, when I was in med school, I noticed something. So generally, the major courses we have in med school, you have anatomy, microbiology, you have immunohematology, pathology, surgery, neuro, internal medicine, and lots more. So something I noticed was, depending on the pre-med my classmates had, I saw them blossoming in that particular area. Like for example, my classmates whose pre-meds were physiotherapy, they were so good at radiology. Nurses in my class, the people who had pre-med as nurses, were very good in like surgical care, OB-GYN, because most of them worked before coming into med school. So they are experienced, they got used to the hospital setting before coming into the medical career. I see those who did BS biology, like my course, exceeding in microbiology, parasitology. I saw those who did pharmacy, exceeding excellently in pharmacy biochemistry. So this is why I tell you that the pre-med course you take is really, really vital. But now, what is the best pre-med course? Dun, 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 dun. Breaking news: there is no perfect pre-med course. Honestly, out of experience, there is no perfect, because looking at it now, irrespective of the pre-med course we all had, we made it through med school. So that is why I told you about things to consider before choosing a pre-med course that you will go for, because it either makes you or mar you, right? It either makes you or breaks you, really. That's why I choose the pre-med course you want. And these are a few things I would say that will help you. Look for something you like, something that interests you. Then search for the curriculum, search for a school that offers that course. Go through this curriculum. We are in an era of technology. Search for students on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the people that do that particular course in that school. Ask them about their experience. Ask them what their teachers are like. Ask them what the school's extracurricular activities are like. You want to also ask them how many years it is. Do they need other courses in other schools? Because like some pre-med, they might not offer certain courses in that school, and they might need you to go to another school to finish other courses. So these are things you want to check and make sure that you choose a pre-med course. So my answer is, whichever pre-med course you choose, own it with your chest. Enjoy the years of pre-med, because med school is a whole lot of work and a roller coaster on its own. I hope that this video really helps you. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share with your friends, especially those that want to go into medicine. Now you tell me, is there anything I missed out in this video that can help people with choosing their pre-med course? So please let them know, and I also will be reading in the comment section. So like I always like to end my video, I want to pray for you. I pray that your plans and your purpose in this world will be fulfilled. God will open your eyes to be able to see and discern what you're supposed and you should be doing. God is going to give you clarity, especially in choosing your pre-med course or choosing whichever career path you're supposed to take. May the name of the Lord be glorified, for in Jesus' name, amen. Thank you very much for tuning in, and see you in my next video. Bye.